Lemmy,
How
how did we get here?
Lemuel Plumber, Natalie Nunn, how dare you?
Chef Dee just sat down with Jason Lee and exposed Natalie Nunn and why they're not friends anymore, and then went into the reason of why he got arrested. And guys, it wasn't scamming. Let's get into it. Now, he ended up throwing shade at Natalie, talking about why him and Anthony connected.
And literally, from there, that's what a relationship built. Natalie told me about it.
Okay.
So another message.
So disrespectful.
And
wait, you don't like Natalie?
I love Natalie.
Okay.
I don't really though.
Okay.
Anyway, he says that he never fell out with Natalie and that Natalie just stopped talking to him after he got arrested.
I didn't fall out with her. I went to jail. When I went to jail, I had my team reach out. I had my manager reach out. I had my assistant reach out to her like, hey, let her know I'm in jail. Let her know like I'm good, like, you know, but let her know I'm in jail or whatever. When I found out how much my lawyer was, I had my team reach out again like, hey, my lawyer is $290,000. I reached out to her. I'm like, hey, I have this amount of money saved. You know, whatever you want to throw me. Anything to help.
Yeah.
She's like, all right, cool, I got you. I'm gonna reach back out to your team tomorrow.
Delete, block, is bad.
And then basically Natalie Nunn told them that she never wants to talk to him again.
Like Natalie said that she's stepping away. Do not contact her anymore. Do not contact Lemmy. Don't contact Zeus.
Did something happen on the show or just from the case?
I guess from the case. I'm telling you. They were like, she said, you know, since it's a Fed case, they don't want to be tied with anything with the feds, blah, 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 and don't reach out no more.
Really?
And I was like, Nat? I'm like, she couldn't have said that to me.
Did you call
the
her?
one who know all her bullshit and everything she do?
Listen,
she couldn't have said that to me.
Listen.
Shit, she was probably like, yeah, don't ask me for money. She probably didn't trust Chef Dee at all, and I don't blame her.
If Natalie actually sent him money, she could be a part of the investigation as well, and she could possibly get in trouble.
And the reason why I think this, and you can skip this if you want, but sharing you guys a personal story. My good barbers in Mexico got in trouble with the authorities, and basically a rival barber who had ties in the government, he feels that he put the cops onto him, and the police raided his barbershop, and then all of a sudden, magically, all this dope appeared in his barbershop. So everyone in his shop, the workers got arrested, they accused him for dealing and all that, and he's like, bro, I'm fighting a case that something I don't even do. Of course, this is a different situation because that does happen a lot in Mexico, but he ended up opening a little shop in his house because he needs the money, and people are like, yo, man, don't go, because if you go, you might get in trouble too, and you may get put into investigations and all this bullshit. Don't go. It's risky. And I already left, so I couldn't go. I would have actually gone. I'm that type of person. Yeah, cut my hair because he's the best barber, bro. Who's gonna cut my hair? Of course I'm gonna go.
Like, look how good he is with my eyebrows.
But no, he ended up getting arrested for a couple of months and then released, and yeah, it's really sad. That makes sense why Natalie's like, yeah, don't contact me, bro. I ain't trying to get in trouble and get investigated and all this bullshit. And who knows, probably they're doing shit and don't want anyone to find out. But I digress.
But why didn't she want you?
I don't think she's a hater. She has a, what is it called? Historic personality disorder. That's what she had.
What is that?
Let me give you the definition of that. Actually, hold on. I'm going to ask Chat GBT. I don't want to say the right. I don't want to say it.
Okay, let's move on.
Now, you know, guys, I love you so much that I decided to read it for you from ChatGPT. And you know what to do. Subscribe and hype this video up because I'm getting messy today. I think you pronounced it wrong, but I could be pronouncing it wrong. Histrionic personality disorder. HPD is a personality disorder where a person has an intense need for attention and approval. They often behave in ways that are very dramatic, emotional, or attention-seeking. Common traits: constantly want to be the center of attention, feel uncomfortable when they're not getting attention, be very dramatic or theatrical, show strong emotions that change quickly, use appearance, charm, and flirtation to get attention, be easily influenced by others. A lot of people be like, yeah, she is. She be dressed like Stunner Girl. Anyway, believe relationships are closer or more intimate than they actually are. Now, the important thing to know is that it's considered part of the C cluster B personality disorder, which also include narcissistic personality disorder, borderline personality disorder, antisocial personality disorder. It usually begins in early adulthood. Therapy can help people manage it. Simple example, a person with HPD might overreact emotionally to small things, dress or behave in a very attention-grabbing way, quickly say they're very close friends with someone they just met. But keep in mind, being dramatic or loving attention doesn't mean someone has HPD. A diagnosis requires pattern that affects someone's life and relationship. And I'm diagnosing Chef Dee with bullshit personality disorder because he lie all the time. But every time Natalie Nunn gets into a fallout, Like, for example, Lurka said that she was the one that connected Natalie with Lemmy, and now Chef Dee is saying that he put her on game.
Baby, I put you on the game with Zeus. I put you on the game and how to deal with Lemmy, how to deal with everything. I was already around 3 years before you came onto the show. You know, her being a friend, I just want her to work on that.
But Natalie's not known to be a friend to anybody. Look what she did to Tanisha.
But
What's not clicking? What's not clicking?
Apparently, Chef Dee has a recording of his people at Zeus talking about how he is not coming out of jail and basically kicking him to the side.
I heard LJ and them was like, oh, he's never getting out, so let's put him to the side.
Hold on.
Allegedly.
I got the recorded call.
And then he ends up throwing Scotty under the bus, and Scotty basically said that Lemmy tried to push to work with him, but Natalie didn't want that to happen.
And she assured me that Lemmy loves me. Lemmy wants to keep working with me, but Natalie pushed not to work with me.
But Lemmy's the boss.
Correct.
Boss, the big boss.
Correct.
So why we...
But Natalie the boss too, she said. I heard in her new contract that, if I was brought on set to do any shows, she would not do the show or work with me at all.
Really?
And I don't understand why.
He also said that him and Razby hooked up.
That's where we're at. And we didn't sleep together. We just did a 1-2.
What is a 1-2? I mean,
I'm like a 1-2 is like a little kissy, maybe a little sucky. Maybe.
That's not a hookup. That's our word. He our-word him. Okay, let's get into why he went to the jail. And this interview was so bad because Jason was basically working for the feds and incriminated Chef Dee. Basically, Chef Dee was basically talking about how he accepted a bag from his friend that he trusts. He's known this person for 10 years.
Trusted the wrong friend. And the friend asked me, hey, I have some clothes. Can you take these clothes with you to give it to our other friend up in there? I'm like, I get luggages. I'm flying first class, whatever. I don't care. Send it to my hotel.
Stupid. He ended up taking it. Him and his team end up going on the plane because he had a show to do in Australia to cook some food for Drake. Now, the feds end up arresting him.
They arrest you. Did they say you were cooking up the Tina?
Correct.
Okay.
They did.
And
that's not true.
And they said you had guns.
Correct.
So
So me and the whole team, everybody got indicted. Everyone's on the case.
I'm telling you, if one of my friends did some dumb shit like this, I'm punching them in their face. Like, what type of dumbass will do that? Get a bag from anyone to take it overseas and not even look in the bag.
Death to all of them.
And Jason Lee incriminated him by saying,
that is crazy. And the person that put you on the plane, they didn't even reach out or try to reach out?
so basically implying she's the one that got you on the plane, not Drake.
They tried to reach out. I told them what was going on. They denied that they knew what was in the luggage. They denied.
They got 290,000 reasons to figure it out.
They denied helping me with lawyer fees. They denied everything. They like, I didn't know. Why do I have to be responsible? Bitch, this is my life.
That's life.
They're trying to give me 40 years right now.
But would you obviously are going to cooperate.
I can't answer that.
So what's your sentence for her?
Electric chair.